What's up, scrappy peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and today we're doing some project lifing. I happened to find that card straight away, and it just really, I don't know, it just got me with Violet. Like, the first line is "Take me to a quiet place," and Violet at this stage was very into staring outside windows. She's definitely more an indoors person than an outdoors gal, but she loves a view, loves a window. And so I have a lot of photos of her at this age, looking through, various windows at probably birds. She's quite bird obsessed. So for this first one, I grabbed a random scrap of white, I think it was pattern paper that I didn't like. And I've been trying to work through some paper pads lately. And I think, because there's a few that only have maybe 5 to 8 pages left out of 30 plus, or not, maybe 40 pages, and I think I'm going to cut some of them down and either use them as journaling cards with the pattern showing, or flip them over and use them as white cardstock because otherwise they're just not going to get used. So this photo is of Vi getting her bedtime story, and I snuck in and took a sneaky photo around the doorway. And I love this washi tape. It's one of those washies that I really have to not hoard, because it could be very easy to hoard this one. So I added it down the bottom there. And then I grabbed this label from my stash. I'm trying to use some of my cardstock labels. I have quite a few from various, kit subscriptions that I've had. And I tend to just prefer the sticker ones because you can just stick and plonk them so easily and you don't have to cut them out. But I'm trying to work through my label stash. Added a few of these little stars. I actually picked these up yesterday from Kmart. It's only $1 for 3 sheets, and they're a nice little petite gold star. They're not as big as your like generic school merit metallic star. Do you know the ones I'm talking about? The red, gold, green and blue and silver, and those ones. They're a bit smaller. So for this next one, this is a photo of Vi having a girls' day, and I think this paper was part of a cut apart from a while ago. No. It was from that new Echo Park collection that I really am enjoying. I need to find where the stickers are for that, actually. That just reminded me. So I just put hooray. I'm trying to work through a couple of sticker books that I've got at the moment. So there's a couple, all from Kmart actually, not sponsored. A Kmart sponsorship, that just would be amazing, and I could do lots of damage spending lots of money in Kmart. It's a black hole. I think Kmart is equivalent to like the US Target. It's not like your Kmart. Is that still around? I thought, it could be. I don't know. Kmart is our everything shop, and it's nice and cheap, and it's got everything. So they've really been upping their game for their crafty supplies. They've even got like resin molds and soap making and all sorts of things, macrame. So if you're a crafty Aussie peep and you haven't checked out Kmart recently, have a looky. So for this one, I just wanted to do, I wanted to keep the cameras and not cover them up, even though that pink camera is upside down, and it does drive me a bit nuts. I have a real thing with patterns and things not being the right way up. So if it's a heart paper where some of the hearts are upside down, I just can't use it. I just can't. And luckily with this camera, you can still tell it's a camera even though it's upside down, but it does bother my core a little bit. Does it bother any of you like that? Please let me know I'm not the only one. I promise I'm not a perfection in everything in life. It's just patterns need to be the right way. So here I've got a label. It's a speech bubble one, and speech bubbles I struggle with. I don't know. It just sends me back to school days, and I'm like, whenever I put something in a speech bubble when I was at school, it was always shouting. And so I feel like if I do any journaling in a speech bubble label, it's like I'm shouting it, and I don't want to be shouting it. Just another one of my weird things that I have going on. So I just chopped the bottom of that off and stuck that down here and talked about Vi and her love of gazing. Put that little precious sticker up the top, and then I'm trying to use up some older tiny word stickers as well. So these are some, I'm guessing, looks Tim Holtzy, I'm thinking, possibly. I've also got a bunch of these little stars that I punched out from a previous project where I had a little bit of mixed media paper left over, and you know me, I didn't want to throw out the tiny scrap, and so I punched a bunch of stars from it, and they're currently all over my desk, and so if I don't use them soon, they're going to be all over my floor. So yes, I thought it was appropriate to add them. Now this card was perfect for the photo that's next to it. It's just a photo of a storm coming over the mountains that we used to look at, and it says, "Come on, son. So looking forward to seeing you again." And it just matched absolutely perfectly. And this was a stage that Vi went through where she was terrified of thunderstorms. Arch, on the other hand, loves them and starts his own disco party in the middle of the lounge room whenever there's thunder and lightning. It's like his own personal weather disco. However, Violet cowers and runs for our laps, but now she loves them. She turned a corner, and so I wanted to write a little bit about that stage that she was going through. I really like this photo, and I need to kind of remind myself to take photos like this of the surrounding, because you know, things change in our local area so quickly, and we don't realise until perhaps you go move somewhere else for 10 years and then you move back and you're like, oh, that was never there, that's not there, that park's gone, this path is there, this is a new road. And so I want to try and photograph a bit more of our, you know, our local spots that aren't just the beach, because the beach is pretty much going to be the beach for a while. With minimal changes. This is a new skate park that was built near me in memory of a poor little boy who lost his life. And Arch has been begging to go to the skate park for a really long time, and he finally went. It was his first time there, and he loved it. But then we got rained on. But we continued scooting a bit in the rain. You know, the rain is like nature's shower. And as long as you've got the right gear on, it's all good to have a bit of fun in there. I added this big sticker because flags are like bunting. They just, I struggled to make them look right. And I don't think this looks right because I've just plonked it in the middle of these two photos, but it works, does the job. And so I thought this was appropriate for Violet on her little Batman scooter. And I just added it with a Snapchat photo that I had with the details that I sent to a friend. It's basically done the journaling for me. I thought Do Your Best was an appropriate sticker to put here for Vi, as well as a couple of little shiny stars. Now, peeps, don't forget the live stream is happening on Sunday. So there won't be a video for Sunday. We will do the live stream instead. And it starts, it's Sunday my time, which means it might be, if you're in a different hemisphere or far away from me, it might be Saturday. So it's June 11th from 6:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, AEST, or Sydney time zone. It'll be here on Inkie Quill. I'll start at 6:30. I'm not sure how many hours I'll go for. We'll see how we go. And I really hope to see you there. Let me know in the comments if you can join, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.